you're not voting for Trump, would you vote for a Democratic
Right
ticket?
now, I'm not voting for either. I'm just not. I can't. One guy is completely mentally incompetent to do the job. No, I'm going to vote down ticket. I don't have to vote.
Yes,
no.
you do.
You cannot throw away your vote. I asked you this the last time you were on, Chris, and are you going to sit this one out? You're going to sit this one out? Don't you think it's rich for you to tell the Democrats that they've got to get rid of their nominee when you're not willing to vote for any of their nominees?
Well, he's also going to wait and see what...
Wait a second.
That's the Harpies on The View doing what they do best, nagging a guest to vote Democrat until the person loses the will to live. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and it looks like Republican has-been and corrupt governor of New Jersey, Christie, decided to punish himself by appearing on The View recently. The first topic was the failed assassination attempt on Trump, and Christie proved that he's a rhino in both politics and stature.
And now, look, I heard the conversation you guys were having beforehand about the shooting, and there's no question in my mind that if you get shot at, you're affected by it.
You must.
And I'm guaranteed that he has been affected by it. He just has been changed by it.
Yeah.
It is
Do you think he's in shock?
Of course.
He's in
I mean, I
shock.
think anybody would be in shock that, all of a sudden, you get shot and you're not expecting that. But let's not forget that it doesn't change fundamentally who he is.
Yeah.
He's 78 years old. And at that age, it is, at least in my human experience, infrequent to find a 78-year-old who changes the core of who they are. And if you needed any further evidence of that, you saw it last night.
Yeah.
The people who tried to meet the moment were his staff who wrote that speech. Because when you read just the text of it, it came close to meeting the moment. But more than a third of what he said last night was ad-libbed. And all of the ad-lib was back to what he normally does, which is, this is the grievance against me. This is how horribly I've been treated. Woe is me. But thank God I haven't given up so that I'm still here for all of you. I mean, it's just who he is, and he's not going to change.
Trump certainly is a guy with a lot of faults, just like all of us, but this attack they do on him where they try to brand him as a crybaby victim is absolutely insane to me. One of the most impressive things about Trump is his ability to endure hardship. I mean, I would like to see any one of these people take a fraction of the heat he has since 2016. Honestly, he was spied on, the media attacked him 24/7, celebrities and politicians called him every terrible name in the book. He was impeached. He was targeted by politically motivated DAs and judges. And, oh yeah, he was nearly assassinated on live television. But despite downplaying all of that and smearing Trump, Christie still managed to get himself in hot water with the ladies by saying he wasn't going to vote Democrat.
This is not the time to vote. This is not the time to sit it out, Governor.
I'm willing to consider anybody who presents himself as someone who will make the country better. Now, I'm not encouraged by Kamala Harris's performance thus far. But
why not?
But hold on.
Give her a
why
chance.
not?
Guys, why not?
We only have like a minute 30.
Go ahead,
so I don't
use
have enough time.
Use it.
But to answer your question directly, I think that they're going to get rid of Biden. I think it's most likely to be Harris, and I think she has to pick a moderate Democratic governor.
You know who I like?
To try to be unified. Listen. Trump had the chance to be unifying.
And he wasn't.
He could have picked someone like Glenn Youngkin, for instance, who would have been a much more unifying choice. He doubled down.
Glenn Youngkin.
Who would have been a more unifying choice than J.D. Vance.
He absolutely would have been.
And
what about John Tester from Montana? He's pro-gun, but he's a liberal.
But Tester won't be picked.
In a
because
red
first
state.
Of all,
He's one in a
first
red
of all,
state.
he can't deliver his 3 votes in Montana.
Well, it's a red state with very, very red.
He's on the ballot.
Let me tell you something. Any Democrat's got to win Pennsylvania. The choice should be Josh Shapiro. And it's really that simple.
I like him.
Hey,
politically, and he's popular right now.
Would that ticket be
20
a Trump
seconds,
Vance
Johnny.
ticket?
It has a much better chance of beating a Trump Vance ticket.
So would you vote for Harris Shapiro?
Don't know. Let me see what they have to say.
Oh, but Plummet.
You have to see what they have to say. Policy matters.
It matters. I'm sorry that I care what people stand for. I apologize.
We do too.
I'm not going to pre-commit to it.
We know what the other side
Let them
stands for.
perform and earn my vote.
Choice.
People should have their vote earned.
This really highlights that these women have the political acumen of a toddler. They're so wrapped up in politics being a popularity contest that they think a single vote in New Jersey is going to sway the election, because it's apparent that they have no idea how the process actually works. Liberals always like to paint this sort of thing as everyone should vote, but there's no evidence to suggest that more people voting leads to more informed voters or better results. What they really mean when they say that is that everyone should vote Democrat. I mean, just look at how these women behave whenever someone says they aren't voting for the left. They can bash Trump all they want, but the moment they say they're not voting Democrat, the ladies lose their minds and badger them incessantly. Then they have the audacity to try to call conservatives a cult. But let me know what you think. Should everyone be required to vote? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Also, we have a new limited edition shirt created for the election by a friend of the channel, a real human artist named Sven, not some AI generated crap like you see at other places. So please check it out in the link below if you're interested in that sort of thing. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!